So, after a series of unfortunate weather events, we now need to talk about what could potentially happen. Recently, over the past couple of weeks, there was a major severe weather outbreak divided across 2 to 3 different days in 2 different states, which you will see outlined on the thumbnail. I am, of course, in reference to Michigan and Illinois, specifically Union City in Michigan and Kankakee in Illinois, as well as Indiana, forgot to mention that one in the title, with Knox, though Knox, Indiana did not get as much damage. As many of you within the state of Kentucky might know, last year, middle May, there was that giant tornado that tore through Somerset. In a few days shortly after that, looting started occurring. So this video is going to examine what could happen in Union City, Kankakee, and Knox if looting happens to occur over in those states as well, and what the states could potentially do to curb it or completely eliminate it. Excuse me. Hashtag not sponsored. So, what can happen in Michigan, since it's now been at least 3 weeks, is people can go to these destroyed houses in Union City and steal items of value. Not saying that'll happen, but it is a possibility that it can happen. What officials can do to prevent that is to block the area off and run pretty frequent patrols within those areas to help prevent the looting, the thievery, and everything in between that can happen. And if they catch anybody, they can prosecute them to the fullest extent that is allowed under Michigan law. That is exactly what Kentucky is doing. The same principle can apply to Indiana and Illinois and the 2 towns that I have already mentioned. So now what can happen? Lost my train of thought. Goodness gracious. Now what can happen as well is the reason why looting can be a major problem and why it needs to be watched for is because destroyed buildings tend to be abandoned. But if there's casualties in those buildings, those are considered graves until they get cleared out. As such, if someone approaches a house in Kankakee, as an example, and they see a person inside dead, and they still have valuables on them, and that person goes to steal them, you can add looting, grieving, grave robbing, and if the person does anything to the body at all, desecration of the corpse. You're looking at about 2 felonies and 2 misdemeanors, if dependent to that Illinois statute. I don't know the statute. I will not cite it here for the purposes of the video. But again, the states have to be on the lookout for them in case there is such a problem, and allowing them to prosecute the state allowed by applicable Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois law. It is a real shame that these events happen. Unfortunately, luckily, they will be covered under an act of God principle, as per allowed on a large number of insurance policies. But I really do think that states need to watch very carefully for the potential of looting being involved in their cities and towns. And if they catch anybody, we pray that they prosecute to the greatest extent of the law that can be allowed under their corresponding state regulations. As always, thank you guys for listening to Legal Chronicles, Legal News Studio. My videos are not made for children. They never will be. Make sure to please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video as well as my other videos in the past. I will have another slightly larger video discussing a major issue, and maybe even doing another legal runaround video here within the next month or so. Have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you later on.